It's the National Football League on EA Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bucs and the Colts coming up next.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Running right, here's Achane. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Another pass complete to Bellinger. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
38-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to 22. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 25-yard line.
Anderson finds Gibbs on the check down. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Anderson to throw on 3rd down. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow going to keep it running right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Burrow on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. From midfield now, Burrow. Hyatt there to grab it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll run for it with Achan. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achan. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Henry here. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Anderson. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Crawford. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
Second and 1 at the 13-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Complete right side to Hyatt. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
First down. Here's Burrow. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still right.
Touchdown! Devon Achane. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And so take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Achane will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Anderson. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Burrow on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On 1st and 10, Anderson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now a deep one for Johnson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Crawford. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To the air again, Burrow. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
At the 2-yard line.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This taken in right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Dawson throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Anderson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Buccaneers.
Looking to throw. Anderson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Burrow. It is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have got it on cruise control. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there were a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Shoves him away. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Anderson. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anderson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll look to throw again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
1st down, Colts.
Anderson throwing on 1st down to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bucs' 19-yard line.
Here's Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. Shifts by at the 15. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Looking to throw. Anderson finds Gibbs on a check down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
Gibbs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Anderson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. No return here for Barner. It's a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. This is taken at the 18. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Looking to throw. Anderson. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And the Colts first down.
To throw is Anderson on 1st and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Anderson, and that is incomplete.
Intended for Jameer Gibbs. Incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On the handoff, it's Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Burrow on play action. He'll dump this off to Achane.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Anderson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Operating from the gun, Anderson, and that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down, Colts.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Anderson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Anderson now on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Achane gets it from the gun. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Anderson throwing to start the drive. A short one there to Freiermuth. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Operating from the gun, Anderson. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down.
Gibbs straight ahead. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Anderson to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got another one to Johnston. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw again. And that one to the right side and incomplete. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Achane. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Buccaneers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our